watch anything else other than the morning show.
Never a true word said. If you are single and stuck in a romance rut, chances are you have taken to swiping for success. In fact, studies show around 1/3 of Australians are looking for love online. But with a recent rise in fake photos, financial scams, and even app abuse, navigating those matchmaking platforms can feel like a never-ending battle.
So what exactly do you need to watch out for when it comes to modern-day dating, and how can we improve our chances of finding the one?
Relationship expert and counsellor Laura Press is here to sit it all down for us. Good morning, Laura. This isn't just affecting young people, older Aussies, of course, are using these apps too. So explain some of the dangers that we really need to watch out for.
Yes, you're right. What we're finding is a lot of people getting divorced later on in life. So a lot of people in their 50s are actually using these apps. So we need to watch out for things like abuse, hurtful comments, and even people sending explicit photos unwarranted, and, people just opening them up and seeing these types of things. So there's lots to look out for. Fake images that's not representing who they actually are. And the last one I'm seeing so much of in clinic is actually scams. People thinking they've got a real relationship with someone they've never met and hardwiring money. So it's super important to be aware of all the dangers that can come with these apps.
Laura, what about when it comes to putting together a dating profile? What are the issues that you need to be wary of there?
So a lot of times people are putting up photos of themselves 20 years ago, which is, beautiful. However, it's not representative of who we are today. So we want to put up real images. There can be people putting things up from the internet, and that obviously causes a real big issue because there's so much disappointment when you meet someone in real life and they're not what actually is presented online. Another thing people are doing is kind of being elaborative on their profile. So what they're doing is they're saying things that are not true about themselves. They're saying, they've won all these things or they've done all these things, and it's not true. So it's really important to be aware of that. The other thing is mental health issues. So a lot of people are struggling with self-esteem issues when they're not matching with someone, when they're not actually connecting with people they want to be connecting with. And we get this lovely dopamine hit from the app, which is great. However, it can kind of create a fake sense of connection. And we think, we're really connecting with one person when in fact they may be talking to multiple people.
Yeah. You say some new dating trends are problematic. So this is now once you get to the dating stage, there are some trends which are a problem.
Absolutely. So the first trend is called trauma bonding. And what's happening there is two people come together and they're actually bonding over past similar trauma experiences. And when this happens, you can actually stay trapped in the past. So you can be talking about what happened in the trauma, you're kind of reliving it constantly. And that means you're not really processing it, you're not letting go of it, and you're bringing that into your future, which is not what we want with trauma. So it's really important to actually make sure we process that and let it go before we meet someone new. And the next one that's happening a lot is called yap trapping, which is a pretty funny name. But essentially they get on a date and one person just talks constantly and you cannot get a word in, and they're kind of also love bombing on the other person. They don't really know the other person, but they're saying things like I love you or you're amazing, and they don't know them yet. So again, that can be a red flag. Or maybe they're really, really nervous, and it's important to just cut in there a little bit and just say, thanks so much for sharing. Is there anything you'd like to know about me? Because obviously you want an authentic two-way street relationship.
Oh, that's a good way of doing it. You've got some tips here.
I do, absolutely. So you need to be authentic, obviously. Real photos, real profile. Don't overshare. Use your hobbies. So you want to actually get out into the real world. So not just focus on the dating apps. Have a balance of going and doing new things and new and exciting things. And when I say don't overshare, you really want to make sure you're not sharing personal information, where your kids go to school and things like that, and prioritize your needs. So often couples will hold back and people will not say what they're really thinking and feeling, and they can get into a big trap later on. Use your voice. So get on Zoom and actually try and meet them, virtually before you go in person. That can be a way to mitigate some of the dangers. Obviously, it's not foolproof, but it's a great way to begin.
Great advice, Laura. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We'll be back in just